Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the first booking episode of WWE 2K26. And before we get into some house cleaning here, if you saw the end of the draft, you know what that house cleaning is. But before we address that, I do want to bring the gentleman in here quick because, you know, we've got new brands this year. I'm Cody. I'm NXT 2.0. Then representing the traditional NXT, we've got Canada.
Yes, sir. And you'll even see at the top left, we're rocking NXT gold and black, actually, in my heart.
And then we've got Cheek in the land of extreme as ECW.
Yes, sir. I got the royalty of purple on the EC dub. Ready to cook and ready to book.
Boom. Good rhyme. And for our house cleaning here at the end of our draft episode, we were going to try this new thing of saving the emails for the top of the new episode, but we didn't know that you had to at least read the first emails to lock in your draft. So Cheek, per my request, backed out of the mode just as I wanted him to, but it didn't save the draft, so we had to redo the draft. So the rosters are all the same, rosters are unchanged, but staminas will be slightly different because that's randomized every draft. Obviously, our turn order is different because Canada is going to be leading us off for this first week. It would have been Cheek. And then the other notation, we have different PLE. We were going to be on the road to Hell in a Cell to start things off in Season 1, but we're actually going to be on the road to Battleground. So nothing truly changes for us, but in case you're like, wait, what the hell just happened? At the end of the draft, that happened. But again, rosters are all the same. So Canada, whenever you are ready to go, you can hit start week,
go, baby,
and start diving in.
Week. All right, we only got one email. It's from Triple H. Just wants to check in, anonymous GM.
Good
and
Lord. Triple H meat riding already.
I know.
Big robot lover
to be the #1 brand. So, well, yeah, shit. Okay, we have to do this in under 12 minutes as well. So I'm gonna customize my belt here, and as you see, Cody's got all the ring pass stuff. Yeah, I think with just like what we said, we are kind of gold and black. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take the NXT championship from 17 to 21. That's going to be our main belt. We're going to be leaving the normal NXT behind. We're going to be taking the new NXT belt. And then for our tag team champions, what we're going to do is we are going to take, I'm just going to go ahead and take from the ring pass 13 to 17. I don't think there is a 17 to 20. And again, this is eating up a bunch of my time. So I'm going to pick this, and then we are going to pick as a custom belt. We are going to be leaving the North American Championship behind, and we are going to be taking, I've been thinking a lot about it, and I think what I want to do is we are going to go with the white belt Intercontinental title. That is what we're going to have. So I'm going to go ahead and select our men's champion. I'm going to go ahead and give it to Brock Lesnar. He's going to be our first NXT champion. Our tag champs, they're going to go ahead and give it, we're going to go ahead and give that to, oh man. I'm going to go ahead and give it to maybe Alpha Academy. Yeah.
Yay.
Let's do that. Get their pop up. And then our men's champion, I think I'm going to go ahead and give this somebody who needs a little bit of a boost. I'm going to go ahead and give it to The Miz.
The Miz.
And again, this is eating up already 2 minutes for the Women's Championship. We're going to quickly take a look over here. And we saw, I think for our ladies, you'd think I'd go something like the NXT Women's Champion, something like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Men's Championship.
Whoa, taking my title?
Is that your title?
That's the 2.0 men's title.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not gonna do it. Is this the 2.0 women's?
It is.
Can you take it as a show of dominance, please?
Yeah, right. I'm taking your title and leaving. Then what I'm gonna do?
I'm surprised you could pick his then.
I know. What we're gonna do? We're just gonna change it up. Then we're gonna take this one, the NXT from 13 to 17 Women's Championship. So we're not taking Cody's. And the tag champions, I might just leave them. I don't know if this is the one I have, but if this is the one I have, I'm going to leave them. And as our secondary championship, what I want to do is I want to take the WWE Divas Championship, baby. That's going to be our women's champion. And we're going to start off with a women's champion. We're going to give it to Ivy Nile. And then our tag champions, we're going to give it to the Secret Herbis. And then, of course, why not just give it to the Glamander-in-Chief, Chelsea Green. And I think we're going to confirm those. And boom, there we go, baby. Homecoming
off
oh,
rip.
Yeah,
Wow.
rip, baby. Bad timing. All right, that's what we got. So, oh shit. Yep, we're gonna not read these right now. If you want to know all about this, go check out the tips and tricks video.
Yep, we'll have a tips video dropping.
This shit.
It should be dropping either the day of full release or the day after. So we'll be breaking that stuff down. If you're newer, we'll go into the tutorials and all that good stuff.
One thing I want to do, I want to find out what my power card is going to be. So we're gonna do one hidden agenda immediately.
Ooh,
And we're gonna see. We got Cactus Jack, baby.
Oh
And
shit!
we're
You
gonna
guys see it immediately. Okay.
I know I could use this one, but we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it as a hidden surprise to drop it some other time. Okay, yeah. Holy shit! I only got 7 minutes. Okay. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna look immediately for a talent.
Max Impact, Homecoming.
Yep. We're gonna immediately go
Oh,
right to
buddy.
Immortal. We're gonna go male. This timer is tripping me out.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna take the glitch, Andre the Giant.
Whoa.
That's the easiest pick I've ever seen in my life. We're gonna go ahead and slap Homecoming on Andre the Giant for 2 weeks, and then he's gonna be permanently part of my brand. That's an amazing card to get right off rip. We'll take Andre for sure. So why not do something like we needed to get this started. This timer's tripped me up, but at 7 minutes, I think I got enough time. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, you'll
slowing
be
down now.
you'll be good.
Oof. As the first person to go, I'm like tripping. Okay, we got 5 matches to book, and I'm feeling a lot better now. Now that we got at least our main event. Holy shit, there's a lot of stuff to look at. Oh man, this is cool.
Yeah.
So I think I want to start off with a triple
shit.
threat tag. We got our tag champions in Alpha Academy, and then we're gonna put together. You know what? No, not yet. I was gonna go something crazy. Am I feeling crazy?
Is he crazy? First booking episode, he's getting crazy already?
I mean, it's
I
been a
know.
crazy 5 minutes.
I mean, that was intense, actually. And why not? Let's get these Canadians going as a tag team. And then we have A-Town down under as well. But they're... Oh, no, they are both. Although if I replace it with a face team, I don't know if I have another face team. Ridge Holland. I don't remember who I was going to tag him with. We got Damian Priest. I think I'm good to leave this for now. We're going to throw the tag titles online. It's going to kick off NXT Original, I guess. That's what we'll call it.
The OG.
The OG.
Oh,
And then we need to start. I don't know if I have a Gigante. I do. It's Josh Briggs. He's going to start a feud with Dirty Dom. And they're going to be fighting for the Miz's Intercontinental Championship. And the Miz also needs somebody to fight. This is a lot of... No, I don't think Miz is going to fight right now. I'm going to look at stamina. Let's get some ladies. Let's get some lady action going on here. Maybe a fatal 5-way? Kiana James, Io Sky. Oh man. I forgot all the men can pop up at the bottom. At least they put them at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll do Ivy Nile. We'll do Carmen, and we'll do. We're just like we got to kick off with a banger here, and then we'll, and then we'll kind of start leveling out some things. And then do I want to get the ladies tag in there as well, or another singles kind of feud? Oops. Stamina. Here we go. We got JC Mateo, and who do I have any fighters? I got a lot of. Yeah, we got. Let's do JC Mateo versus Damian Priest, and maybe I'll make this a fatal 4-way, throwing in Big E And who can Big E try to feud with? Big E could try to feud.
With
Maybe like
Natalia.
a Trick with Natalia. I'm thinking Trick just because he's a fighter. I don't mean like if no, I can't because Damian Priest is the fighter good guy. I think Trick is gonna be my best case unless I want to do like a no, Big E's good, so can't do Ilya Dragunov. So yeah, it's gonna be Trick Williams. We're gonna throw him in, and then we're gonna book some self promies / whatever we think we're gonna do. Oh, it shows yeah, -6 +6 stamina. Wait, why does he get +6?
Could just be a visual glitch.
Maybe
To be honest, it's supposed to be.
everything's supposed to be +6, isn't it?
Well, you lose.
Oh,
the
double
double
booking.
book.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
double
I was
book.
gonna
I got
say
you.
it's
I
like
got you.
+6 because it's in comparison to being booked in a match. But yeah, that makes sense. People already
Okay.
in matches.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna have the Miz cut a self promo. Why don't I get a charity promo off rip from somebody like Big E's already doing something? Maybe like a Sheamus? No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Sheamus self promo. The Miz can cut some charity because we know how valuable those charity promos can be. Let's do a. Oop, no, that's a double book. This is gonna be hard not to double book. That's gonna.
Yeah, you gotta be on the P's and Q's.
Yeah.
And
We're gonna do.
as a reminder for people as well, if you do have someone double booked, if they were to get injured in their match and their promos later in the show, the promo just gets canceled and you don't get your money back that you spent on it.
And he's gonna call out. I think we'll have him call out somebody like. Oh shit! I only got 2 minutes left. I don't even think he can really call anybody out. Let's do some more self promos from anybody who can. Maybe Chelsea Green's gonna cut a self promo, and they need to do this by booked and not booked, I think. Yeah, there's no booked and not booked. She has one. Okay, we got 90 seconds. Oh, Pat McAfee, of course. Here we go. And then what else am I going to do? Oh, shit. Okay. With the money I have, I don't have any of these yet. These cost at least 2 to get anything, so... Okay,
Hey.
yep, Cactus Jack, we got that. Hey,
Imagine you only had 5 seconds left and that popping
I know.
up.
I know, it's
Cost you.
screaming. Wait, why would that turn into a ladder match? That's crazy. I'm kind of down with it though. Ladder match kick off the show. We'll have a regular match here, and in the main event, I think we can maybe rock maybe a tables match in the main event for your NXT World Title. With 47 seconds left, I'm feeling pretty groovy about this. So let's go. Oh shit! Imagine again with all these things. I'm gonna send that one in. Oh.
All right, we head over to NXT 2.0. Our timer underway here. As we, getting set up, we had to do the redrafts. We had to manually take over the AI and then give the AI back to the AI. Triple H excited to be here. Excited to see what we got. We're going to have a solid season. Sensational Sherri looking good, feeling good. All right, so for our championships, the world titles were not changing. The tag titles, maybe we'll take a quick look here. So Canda's rocking these, so I might stay sat on the men's, but I might change the women's tag titles. So we'll kind of take a look at that for a moment. North American title, do we keep it? Does anything call out to me here that I want to change to? I was planning to do the European Championship, but that is hidden behind the showcase, which I have not done on PC yet, so that is not accessible. So I'm honestly thinking we rock those, but I might change the women's tag to, where are they at? They should be here somewhere. Where'd you go? There we go. We're going to get those old SmackDown tag titles, Ruthless Aggression belts in here.
Okay.
Damn.
for the ladies. You know what? To take my full Ruthless Aggression brain, I'm going to take the Raw titles from those days and put those on
Right
the
there.
other side.
You passed them. Oh, there it is.
So those were like the Attitude Era ones. I was looking for.
Oh, you want the Ruth?
Yeah.
The Ruthies.
Unless I don't see them, because I'm now eating clock. Very similar. The danger of wanting custom championships is
I know,
you
like,
accidentally
pause,
chew clock.
dude.
I hear it ticking, and I'm not even looking at it. I'm trying to remain brave as I. There they are. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so for our champions here, we're gonna go LA Knight because he came to the brand annoyed, so we're gonna give him a world title right off rip. Our tag champions, we are going to go with the Street Profits. They're gonna start off as tag champs, and then our men's champion here, we're gonna try to get a little bit of an immediate lift on Obafemi's popularity. So he's gonna be my North American champion. On the women's side of things, we're gonna go with our women's world champion being, let's go, we're gonna go with Charlotte. She's got good stamina. Women's tag, we're gonna go Fatal Influence here to start it off. Confirm it. We're moving. We also get a homecoming. We get an increased match cost. We get a 2-bit arena. We get a bad publicity 3. We get a veto champ. I like that. All right, least popular available star for a match for another veto champ. So gonna check who that would be real quick. So Jada Parker needs to have a match. We're also gonna start this thing off by I might grab that immediate physio just for when Stamina's in trouble. But we're gonna also make a big signing right off rip since we have homecoming and lock that up. We're gonna leave ours wide open. Fate steer the wheel. We've got Sid Justice, Kurt Angle, Rick Steiner, and Farouk. Let's see if any of these crazy perks are nuts. Chances of being injured are less. Chances of being injured are less. Gain a veto random superstar after each PLE, and we got more of those this year. Or a physio card after each PLE. But Kurt's got the 5 of 5 on the mic, so we're going to go Kurt Angle. Sign him for 1 week. Then we're going to go ahead and send Kurt Angle on the homecoming. So, Cheek, hopefully you get one of those too. Otherwise, that feels...
I will not be getting one.
feels mean and targeted. All right, so Jada Parker is going to be in a match here. What that match is going to be, I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and get her rolling with something. And I see Jordan Grace as a matchup there. I see Rhea Ripley as a matchup there. So we're going to have Jade Parker, Jordan Grace kick us off. That takes care of our commissioner goal. We'll check out some of these. We've got 20 challenges here. You get a trophy for every 5. So 10 contract renewals, 10 shows with invasion, 10 with a call out, 15 with advertisement, 15 all slots filled on promos, 20 drama curves perfect, 25 3-star matches, 15 promises, 20 superstars in a new rank, 15 matches with more than 65 popularity, 10 tables, 10 triple threat, 10 tag team callouts, 5 rivalries using run-in interference, starting them, that could be tricky. 500k on power card should happen, 5 3 stages of hell, 10 rivalries resolved with title match, 10 accepted trades, 15 shows with charity promo, 10 shows with self promo. So as we kind of settle in, I'll be able to mentally dive more into those, but I did want to give a quick gloss there. So I think we have Charlotte immediately get into a women's title feud, or attempt to, with Zelina. We put that title on the line. We might add a stipulation to that as well. Then the other side of this, if we sort stamina in terms of what could be jumping out, I think we are going to go, where's Doc Daddy at? Okay, so I think we're going to go tag titles are going to be on the line tonight 1, and we're going to have the New Day versus the Street Profits. We'll put those belts up. I'll circle back on stipulations and curve. LA Knight, I know he's my world champion, but I'm thinking I might want to try to give him kind of an easy win, but there's nothing easy. Everybody's so good. We're going to have LA Knight take on Logan Paul. We're going to hold putting the title on the line in case he loses, but hopefully he gets a fast win. He's not annoyed. Then circling back to these quick invasion, we're not going to do yet. So we've got, it was call out, tag team call out, charity, and self promo. So we'll get sprinkling those in. We got a lot more weeks to work with here. So let's start with the tag team call out. We're going to have our women's tag team champions make a call out here to, even though she's world champion right now, we're going to go with Alexa and Charlotte because I know those two are a tag team. I didn't know when I drafted them. I checked it before we did this recording, and they are. So we'll get that kind of rolling. Immediate feud depth there. We're going to give a self promo to just kind of quickly glancing the mic skills. We're going to give a self promo to Tiffy here. Then it was normal call outs, and then also charity. We'll toss a charity on this week and see who wants to get rolling. We'll get Seth Rollins out there for immediate charity for us. And then a standard call out. It is, Canada, to your point, like it is, especially with moving, thinking of the clock, like it's really easy to go, wait, are they booked? And then you're frantically like looking down, checking that stamina side. It's intense. Let's have somebody call out Oba. So I'm gonna go Oba here. He's a bruiser. Let's set this by roll. So heel fighter is the most ideal, but it doesn't have to be a fighter. We're gonna have, oh man, I'm torn between Gunther and Vikingo to be the first one for Oba, but I think we're gonna go with Vikingo just because I think Gunther with the level 15 might dominate that feud. This could be a little bit more balanced. So I'm gonna go here. And then I think we get a triple threat. That was one of my challenges as well. And who do I want in triple threat? I mean, Jey Uso's got a ton of stamina. So we're going to go Jey Uso, Gunther. If they start a feud, that's awesome. And then we're going to sprinkle in to this match AJ Styles. We're going to get AJ in there as well. I'm hoping for a Gunther Jey Uso feud there. Do I want to add anything? I don't want to add here because I'd like LA Knight to win that. This is to just get Jada Parker on, so I could expand this match if I wanted. Just kind of glancing here at the possibilities of who I could add. So Tiffany Stratton's kind of promo. Rhea Ripley is not doing anything, so I could go like Rhea and Jasmine Nix. Double check. I think we'll do that. So now we got a couple minutes here to navigate. We got 2 talent scouts left. I'm thinking about maybe just throwing a search here. Top of the year, you never know what jobbers might be hiding here, or who might.
Oh, buddy.
Well,
Oh, buddy.
Kane is hiding here because Kane 98 is, I guess, a baby, so that makes sense. How long do I want? We'll go like 12 weeks to start because it's Kane. Stack mix slacks, yeah. John the Fish Herman are also tempting here, but we'll hold there. But I do want to gradually get some jobbers in here as well, some local talent. Kane is obviously not a jobber. That was just something nice to stumble into. And let's you know what? We're gonna pivot this.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
To Kane and Obafemi as the starting feud. I'm gonna slot. No, because I want that triple threat challenge. I was gonna slot Vikingo into that. We're gonna go here. We're gonna get a stipulation on this. We're gonna go ladder for that. We're gonna go tables here, title on the line. We trust the curve. This might outperform one of the title matches, but it's a risk we're going to take. And with that, I think we're good here. We got our final seconds. We got our luscious cards sitting there. We're going to send it in and over to Cheek.
Let's go. All right. Here we go. Time for a new season. Yeah. Not a problemo. All right. So no women's belts are available. We are men only. Only the men on this brand. So probably not gonna mess with the belts too much. As far as tag team goes, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. But I think I haven't thought about this at all, but I think I'm just gonna go with Eric and Ivar to start off.
Respect out. Viking Raiders, good squad.
Yep. And then men's champ. Ooh.
What is that? The TV champ?
Yeah.
Television?
Yeah, television title.
TV title.
Title?
I think Chad Gable is worthy of the TV title, and then the men's world champion,
Mr. Guana.
I think this is my first pick, so I believe in Joe Hendry.
Boom.
Ooh.
I'm gonna give him the shot right off rip.
Hell yeah.
We're just gonna see how that plays. So there we go. We're going back alley.
Ooh, special promotion.
promo. I like it. Limited stock. We're gonna veto your champ. Bad pub.
No homecoming, but still a solid grab.
Oh, we didn't even look at these, Code.
Yeah,
I did. I kept going back to it.
Generous GM, 15 shows with a charity promo. 15 shows with a training promo. All right. I can work with that. Just perusing. Extreme Rules, 20 tag team matches. That's gonna be easy. 15 shows with 12 or more. That's easy.
You had to do like
So many of these are
5 of
gonna,
these in 50 weeks is.
these are gonna happen so
Yeah, 'cause
organically.
It's
Yeah.
every 5 is a trophy, up to 4 trophies if you do all 20.
Every five.
I think
Okay.
Canada was on another planet during my booking.
Yeah, I think so. I have no idea.
I'm gonna go ahead and navigate school because
Just a reminder, if you haven't watched the other the showcase or the gauntlet, me and Cody only got 2 hours of sleep last night, so we're kind of. I might have fell asleep there for a second. I don't know.
it happens to all of us. Is there anybody I want to put up? I think I'm just gonna hold this for now. We're gonna see.
You just ripped the Stacy card
Got it.
first.
Oh gosh, that'd be crazy.
Wait, is that the card you can't use in the first 10 weeks, or was that somebody else?
I think that was somebody else.
I think I was Brains. Maybe?
That was the brain.
Oh yeah, the brand.
So we're just kind of looking through. Here's some of the jobbers.
I didn't want to pick the brain and fucking steal like a shisha from Cody. That would have ended my
Yeah, that
gaming
was.
career.
I thought he was good, but yeah, about the time you ended up getting crappy cards, it'd be
Yeah,
very unfortunate.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, you know what?
Stacked McSlacks just.
But I feel like the brain could take. It doesn't say not GM or PLE or brand. I wonder if I could steal those. It doesn't say not.
Man, I'm so tempted with Nikki.
Nicky. And maybe that's why it's up to 10 weeks. It's like, yeah, use your GM power cards in the first 10 weeks, or you're gonna get
Pilfered.
zapped. Yeah.
All right. Let's get to booking. So Joe Hendry is our champ, and
Oh,
as
yeah.
our champ, we got to start out right off rip. We got to
believe.
test him. We got to test this
Shit,
boy.
baby. That's a good feud too.
Look at that.
You got this, Joe.
Oh, buddy. Come on, Kevin.
Do you
Do
believe
me.
in Joe
Do
Hendry?
me. Make me proud, man.
All right. We have a boatload of tag team options, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna do. Ooh.
shit.
Dude, as a tag team lover, I'm so excited for when I'm able to throw a match like this on a PLE.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just watch all the anarchy. And again, for newer people, as a reminder, we do spectate at the PLE, so we'll get one show or one match per our brands. We'll watch the cross-brand matches as well, so you'll get to see 5 matches each PLE. We don't watch the AI brand because they don't matter enough. But maybe this year they do matter enough. We'll have to see.
They are cheeks. We're just going to go with established tag teams.
That's so hot.
Yeah.
I'm watching that.
That's how we do it. All right, and then okay, we have a lot of other tag team options, I'm aware, but you can only do. You know what? We're gonna do more tag team wrestling.
Hell yeah.
Because I want to get Fraxium, or not Fraxium, but Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. I forgot to put Fraxium on the other match. And then I think we gotta give.
Hank and tank.
Yes. Let's get them out there, and then we're gonna get.
I think you're on a 6-man tag, by the way. Rather than a triple tag.
I got you now. Gotcha. I'm just, let me see. Triple threat tag. I want to get them on the card, just see what they can do. I want to get them out there, make sure they got a match, and then I want to experiment and see if we can get. I'm just curious if there's any chemistry with those two. So we're just gonna find out. We're gonna get Chadwick a match. We gotta get him a proper opponent. So I think proper opponent might be. We're gonna get him going against Penta to start. And then, ooh. Feel sorry for the ladies. I've been neglecting you. Let's get. We'll do some ladies tag team love. We're gonna get Sol Ruka. We're gonna see how she pairs with Ren Sinclair. And we're gonna have her go against Giant Nia Jax. Torn between Zoe and seeing if Izzy Dame getting the nod. Izzy Dame's a little annoyed, so maybe we'll get her on the card and see how she fares. See if we can get her some XP. And now, all right, here we go. So I think we are gonna have proper curvature. And then I want to have, let's do a training promo. Who's somebody down here who could grind for me? Let's have Miles Bourne. Let's start growing from within, investing in our own brand. And then we're going to have Bray Wyatt. He's good on the mic. He can get us some charity. We're going to have Mr. Iguana get us some charity. And then we're going to have... No. Don't want Noam
Why
Dar.
not? Yeah, he's just homing out, man.
He's homing out. Ludwig Kaiser didn't make the roster, or didn't make the sheet so far, so we're gonna put him on there. We're just gonna get his popularity up for now. He's gonna play a pretty big role, but this is the beauty of the big rosters, we can have some fun with matches like this. Oh, that's a ladder match? I can't... Are they all stippies like that? I can't just have a single... Okay. Gotta make sure. How's that thing gonna curve? We're gonna find out if this is like a goated match or if this is gonna get the job done. So, okay. I think that looks pretty good. I don't really have much else to do. And so I think we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna send it in.
Oh, baby, here we go. Oh, welcome to your first show. Okay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, here we go.
All right, here we go. We're opening it up, and obviously NXT starts, and it's kind of awkward because there's no GM in the building. We see on the big screen an email come in from our anonymous GM, and it has the match card just kind of written out, and all the superstars that are there, they're kind of around ringside, and half of them start scrambling to the back, and the other half kind of saunter back. They don't know what they're going to do this week, but everybody with a match, they know what they're going to do, and certainly A-Town Down Under, Alpha Academy, and we don't got a name for them yet, but the Canadians, Ethan Page and Sean Spears, they all see they're opening this card in a triple threat tag for the NXT Tag Championships. Whoa, look at those numbers now. It's crazy.
Big numbers.
And Alpha Academy stays. Oh shit, only a 2-star. That's not good. Even in a ladder match. Okay.
It's a new
Terrifying.
game. It's gonna be tough at first. Somewhere
It's gonna be
so
tough.
we start building it up.
Gotta get them logistics.
Yeah, that's true. We gotta get the logistics. Okay, you're making me feel better. Start of a rivalry. We do got a rivalry started. Alpha Academy is gonna start rivalrying with A-Town Down Under. So that's pretty dope. And they're gonna keep their titles. That's because Otis, he anchors down. Somebody was trying to push it over. Let's call it Austin Theory was trying to push Akira Tozawa off the ladder, but Otis, he just anchors to the bottom of that, and it wasn't going nowhere. Akira Tozawa pulls both titles down and wins. The Miz comes out and he says, there's only one charity that I would ever want to plug, and it's that all you scrubs like and subscribe to the video and and subscribe to the CodyVerse, because we are kicking off 2K26 in a most dangerous way. And look at that, 4,000 people hit the like button, and that's what we want to see. So do it. And then we got a mid-card match. They saw it. Dirty Dom Mysterio saw that he's on the opening card. He's kicking off NXT's first inaugural show here on 2K26. And of course, a new face in Josh Briggs. Of course, we saw Josh Briggs last year, was not on any of our brands. He was kind of stuck with the AI, but we got him this year. And let's see what Josh Briggs can do versus Dirty Dom. They're going to kind of go at it, and Dirty Dom, not only, okay, good, 1.5 stars. That's going to help our curve so far, and they do start a rivalry. That's what we like to see. Dirty Dom, he's gonna go ahead and you know what, he's gonna win this one. He's gonna win this one cleanly. He's gonna hit a 619. He's gonna channel his actual father in Rey Mysterio. That's what I said. I'm planting my flag in that statement. And you know what else I want to say, because Sheamus comes out and he starts, for some reason, praising ECW, and that's because he apparently just really likes their GM. He knows that their GM's a big fan of him. Yeah. And yeah, that's 5 popularity. It's all cheek. It's cheek on 5 different alt accounts that gave Sheamus.
He has no Sheamus.
Yeah, that gave Sheamus the follow on X there. We got a 5-way match for the Divas Championship. That's right. That's our women's title. Ivy Nile is holding it. She's going to go up against Kiana James, Io Sky, Carmen Petrovic, and Lola Vice. We got, kind of a clear winner in this one. Let's see if Io Sky does take off. Oh, no, Ivy Nile. She was putting out, and showing up last year at WrestleMania. What the hell? Oh, I must have hit the pad. Okay. We got a 2-star match. No rivalries kick off here, but Ivy Nile is continuing her dominance from 2K25 into 2K26 by carrying that Divas Championship around her shoulder. Pat McAfee comes out and says, let's go, baby. 2K26. We're here, and it's a whole season. We got 50 weeks plus probably more, because it's probably not going to end after the first season. So we'll get dialed in, and 2 people are like, woohoo, yeah. Dude, we already heard that from fucking Miz. Get out of here, Pat. And we got a fatal 4-way, just, we're seeing where people shake up and shake out. We got Damian Priest coming back. We got JC Mateo, new face. Big E's never been on the brand. We got Trick Williams before. And let's just see where these ones fall. Hopefully a few feuds come out of here. These guys were just doing what the anonymous GM says. No love lost here. We're going to 1.5. That's going to help the curve. And rivalries exactly how we want them. Priest and Mateo, Big E and Trick Williams. That landed perfectly. And the Commander-in-Chief, Chelsea Green, she comes out and she is holding her title around her shoulder and says, with my secret Hervis, ain't nobody taking this title off me. Good luck. And 3 people are like, I'm excited to see what Chelsea Green has on NXT Gold to Black this year. But in the main event, we have Paul Heyman standing, because he's not a GM this year, so he's standing in the middle of the ring, and he's just bragging about the NXT champion and his dominance across the WWE, across the UFC. Every single sports promotion that Brock Lesnar touches is just fire. And he says, my name is Paul Heyman, and I represent the most legitimate combat entertainer in sports history. My client, Brock Lesnar. I got to work on my Paul Heyman. That's okay. And he says that NXT is going to just be a simple cakewalk for Brock Lesnar, because he's been in places that no normal man could even dream of being. And there's not a single man back there brave enough to, and then CM Punk's music hits, because surprise, surprise, CM Punk was a late draft pick, and that's exactly why we wanted CM Punk to go up against Brock Lesnar. And before this match starts, because CM Punk comes down and he's saying to he's saying to Paul Heyman, you called me the best in the world, and you're just riding on Brock Lesnar's meat. He goes, nah, that's not how we're gonna play this. He goes, you owe me one, Paul. And Paul Heyman says, you know what? You have to, if you want to be the best in the world, you got to beat the best in the world. So Paul Heyman actually set this one up. It's for the NXT title. It's Brock Lesnar. It's CM Punk. Let's see if CM Punk is actually the best in the world. And certainly that's what it looks like, because it's kind of a quick match. I guess maybe Brock Lesnar wasn't ready. This wasn't on the card that the anonymous GM sent over. And he went to sleep. CM Punk hit a go to sleep and then put him on the table and then elbow dropped him through the table. And that's how CM Punk became our NXT Gold and Black champion.
And then we head over to Mutiny, the debut of AI Xavier Woods. How will Woods
before we do this,
perform?
we saw a comment that said Immortal is dangerously scary. So we're pumped up. We're excited because we want a good AI challenge.
Yeah,
you're excited. Feel these nipples.
Bob, in all my years of calling games, I don't think I've ever been this excited. You're excited? Feel these nipples.
All right, we're going to see. This could be the new era. Does Immortal bring it? Now, obviously, last year, 2K25, the AI brought it for most of Season 1 and then fell off. So that's the other thing to remember, is even if they're bringing it the first 15 weeks, can they bring it all the way through? We hope they do. We want the stress, and it is going to be a women's tag team championship match. Kicking it off, it's going to be Thea Hale teaming up with Bayley, taking on Becky Lynch and Julia. Becky Lynch and Julia get the 2.5-star victory, getting the women's tag team championships, in the process. And then Cruz del Toro comes out to the ring and says calling your fans Homo sapiens is really stupid, and no one agrees with such a statement, so nothing happens. Omos doesn't even bother to come out because he's focused on the match. He's not worried about the talk the way Cruz del Toro is. And then it's Ricky Saints versus Rusev. Absolute Ricky Saints trying to prove a point, but it's game over. Rusev gets the 2.5-star victory. Those two begin a feud, and then Jacob Fatu says, get a load of this guy, Charlie Dempsey. And Charlie Dempsey's like, whoa, man, what was that all about? And they kind of get in each other's faces. They're kind of jawing back and forth, so they do begin a feud immediately on Mutiny. And then the MFT, they're all over the place. I think Cheek's got a couple Tongans. Canada has JC Mateo. Solo Sikoa's over here with Tala Tonga. I can't keep track of all of it. I don't think anybody drafted Roman in Season 1, but he'll probably appear at some point. But 2 members of the MFT are taking on 2 members of the Wyatt Six, Eric Rowan and Dexter Loomis. He's got the full mask on in his photo this year. He's looking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Does that intimidate MFT? No. No, it didn't intimidate them at all. 2.5 stars. MFT gets the victory there. Then Nikita Lyons comes out, and she just takes a small piece of watermelon, puts it between her ass cheeks, squeezes tight, the watermelon explodes, and 2 fans are like, that is fucking sweet. I'd put my nose between that. And then we go to triple threat action. It's Tavian Heights, it's Psycho Clown, and it's Brooks Jensen, who has been through a lot on this channel. Maybe he just gets to be a wrestler this year. We'll have to see. There's a lot of episodes ahead for Brooks Jensen, but it's Psycho Clown getting it done. The #1 overall pick for NXT Mutiny, stepping up with a 2-star triple threat victory. And then Brooks Jensen's like, yo, that clown's scary as fuck, huh? And a dude in the crowd was like, dude, I hate clowns. And then they high-fived each other. Brooks Jensen gaining a fan. And then in the main event, we did Mutiny for a co-op series last year. And we had difficulty figuring out which one was the Mutiny World title and which one was the Mutiny Men's title. But we had our community vote, and we called the secondary title the Mutiny X Championship. But I'm going to guess that this is the world title, and hopefully at some point in these episodes early on we figure out the difference. But for now, the world title on the line. Omos versus Cruz del Toro. Omos simply ignored Cruz del Toro because he knew he was going to be whooping that ass. And he gets a 2.5-star victory to close the show. The new Mutiny World Champion, maybe. 2.5 stars. Rivalry begins. And then we head over to 2.0, the third variation of NXT presented this week. And Sensational Sherri's fired up. She announced we got 2 matches tonight. And there's going to be a TLC match. There's going to be a ladder match. And she makes sure to tell Charlotte and Zelina, don't you dare get tables or chairs. You only get to use the ladders because it's week 1. We're not trying to get too crazy on our spending budget. So we have limited tables and limited chairs. We have to let the tag teams use it in the opening contest because it's the New Day going up against the Street Profits. The New Day not happy that the Street Profits were handed the gold to start today. So we're going to come take that gold night 1. And they do just that, and damn, that did better than I thought. 4 stars, no rivalry there. We get new tag team champions, but we might be as far our openers better than the main. We're gonna need the ladies to step up, and that's a tag team call out. And I got nervous by the way the picture was that I messed it up, but it's just the way the picture is now. As Fatal Influence calls out Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, and nothing happens because people are like, wait, are you guys about to call out each other? And they're like, no, we're a team. It's just the UI is a little bit different this year, and people are like, wait, what? And what's UI? And a lot of confusion got caused, so no rivalry happens there. We got Fatal 4-way action. Jada Parker getting us a veto star card over on 2.0 this week. We've got Jordan Grace. That was the plan, and then I said, you know what? Cheek pointed it out during his booking. We've got bigger rosters. We've got the ability to do more multi-person matches. And it's week 1. Later on, I might be a little scared to piss too many people off, but we decided, you know what, get Rhea Ripley in there, get Jasmine Nix in there, give it some opportunity to thrive. Who comes out on top in the Fatal 4-way match? It's Mommy. We knew it was always going to be 1.5 stars. She gets a victory, but Jada Parker and Jordan Grace, the initial plan, they do start a feud. They found themselves brawling to the back, which left Rhea Ripley alone with Jasmine Nix handling the business to get the victory. And then Tiffy time. I don't know if she still says that or not. She might not make references to what time it is on a clock anymore. I'll figure that out at some point. But for now, all right, she's just saying Tiffy time. She's pointing at her wrist, and people love the wrist of Tiffany Stratton. She gets 4 fans on the self promo. No, just her wrist for now. unless her puppies have become the gimmick. I don't know. I'm gonna have to learn. But I'm excited for this one, folks, because one thing I know is Jey Uso, he's still yeeting all over the place. Gunther, he's been retiring people in real life. Will he be retiring people in the CodyVerse? We don't know. And AJ Styles, well, we're just trying to give him a good swan song. He better be in all the 2Ks from now on. I said during the draft, he's a Hall of Famer. He better not be pulled for the game. But in case he is, I wanted him. So it's triple threat action. I'm hoping for a Jey Uso Gunther feud, but I'm just hoping for a great match. And AJ Styles does just that. When Gunther has Jey Uso up for powerbomb, Gunther slams him down to the mat, but before Gunther can follow up, AJ Styles flying through there with the phenomenal forearm, getting the 3-star victory. But no feuds begin, and then I'm gonna come to the ring and maybe get traded from Cody's brand, because I have a history with Seth Rollins. Multiple games I have drafted this man, tried to build him a home because I like Seth Rollins. I want to make things great for him, and then he always leaves or he gets stolen or whatever it is. So I don't know how long I have Seth Rollins. I thought I'd use his 5 promos to go to get fans, and he does an okay job, but I think there's just a little concern from the 2.0 fans because they're like, Cody and Seth, they have their issues. I don't know if it's going to actually work out or not. And then LA Knight, yeah, comes out to the ring and he says, now I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have to work on my LA Knight impression to be able to say more than LA Knight. Yeah, that, Canada's, we're all working on our impressions, but LA Knight, he comes out and he says, look, I believe Logan Paul is a fraud. Any brand he puts his name to is fraudulent. I refuse to let him put his name to NXT 2.0 because this means something to me. I have been given the World Championship. I am the defender of this land, and I've got the Kavorka to stand atop the mountain. And Logan Paul ready to meet him in the ring. Night 1. And it doesn't work. He gets dropped with the BFT. A little blunt force trauma. The rivalry does begin here. We like that. LA Knight gets the win. We like that as well for his morale. And then Obafemi. He was told somebody wanted to talk to him. Someone had some issues with him. And it looks like El Hijo del Vikingo is getting ready to cut a promo. But all of a sudden the room gets really red and dark. And all of a sudden, that's gotta be Kane. That's gotta be Kane. Kane comes into the room and just goozles Vikingo, chokeslams it to the mat, and then he holds up a portrait of Obafemi and then does the throat slash. He has his mark set on the men's North American champion. We'll have to see next week what might happen there. And then main event ladder match. Specifically told these ladies not to get tables and chairs involved. But I'm kind of hoping they don't listen because that might help the match be better. Do they break the rules or do they follow the rules that they were given? They simply follow the rules. If they had just gotten one table or chair against the will of the wishes, we might have gotten 4 stars here. But a very strong main event that we're happy with. It's 3.5 stars. Charlotte Flair able to hang on to the NXT Women's Championship in that ladder match, taking down Zelina Vega in the process, starting a feud to close the show.
All right. Well, how fitting is this that we have saved the best brand for last. So thank you all for sticking around because this is a card of epic proportions. Look at this, a fatal 4-way tag match. One of the first of its kind in the CodyVerse. We got Ivar and Eric. They're putting their titles on the line right here, right now. We got Fraxium. We got the Tongas. We got Pretty Deadly. This is an absolute loaded match. This is a ladder match, though. You got to get them sweet cheeks climbing. You got to get up there. You got to earn it. This isn't just given. So here we go. Without further ado, we're going to mix and match. And the titles stay right here. And look at that. So the Tongas, you got Eric and Ivar. They get a feud. And then Fraxium and Pretty Deadly, they get a feud. So we get 2 feuds out of the match. So very good payoff in a 2-star opener, which once you get logistics, this was basically a 5-star match, people. And then,
dang,
look at that. Miles, a legend is born with a 9-ring XP. Like I said, I took a flyer on him. We're going to see what we can do with him. I feel like if we can get his ring XP up, he might turn into something special.
Is that the guy that looks like Randy Orton? Because I was just looking at him, looks like Randy Orton.
Well, I guess he looks like Randy Orton. Maybe he's Randy Orton 2.0.
Whoa. I will sue you.
He's Randy Orton 2.1. And then
yeah, you're good now.
We have Little Bait Tyler, or Little Mouth Tyler Bait. I guess we could call him Little Bait, Little Batesy, and Pete Dunne. And then we're gonna see here. We're just mix and match. We're having some fun with the Grande Americanos. We're gonna see. I hope they have tag chemistry built in. And then we know Hank the Tank has tag chemistry built in. And Tank Ledger's pointing at you right now. He's like, hell yeah, we got tag team chemistry, brother. Let's get it on. Here we go. Please give me some Hank the Tank love. No, it was too soon. There we go. Pete Dunne little bait. They get the big victory coming out here, hot and heavy. But I have good feelings and vibes for Hank the Tank though. And then Bray Wyatt, we know he's got some not good vibes about him. He's got some weird vibes about him, but we like it, and a lot of people do. That's why he comes out and he gets us 4,000 fans. And then, why not more tag team wrestling? We're gonna get some up and comers. We're gonna get Ren Sinclair and Sol Ruca. They're gonna make their appearance first off here for 2K26, but they have a tough test in front of them in Nia Jax. And then Izzy Dame though, making her debut. So we're gonna see how she fares, but Nia Jax might just be too much woman for Sol and Sinclair to overcome, and that is the case. But a rivalry does start. Izzy Dame gets her first win on the brand of the game, and Nia Jax, we know how dominant she is. No surprise there. And then look at this. Look at this. Mr. Iguana comes out and he's like, everybody, listen to what Yeska has to say. And he just kind of stares, looks around, shoots some darting glances with those iguana eyes of his, and everyone goes crazy. We get 2,000 fans because Yeska is here on this brand. And damn it, if you're a Yeska fan, then you're gonna love ECW. What's not to love about this brand? We got Penta, we got luchadors galore. So Penta, he's coming in. I told you at the draft, I was gonna do right by Penta. I had him in last year's game. I didn't really do much with him. We're gonna get him a title match for the TV title to start out here. Chad Gable, can he defend his crown right off rip, or does Penta? Ooh. Almost a bit of an upset with the 10 to 15 ring XPs, and Chad Gable says he is here to stay in a 2.5-star match, actually doing better than the ladder match. So very interesting there, but it just shows how much of a star Chadwick Gable is. And Ludwig Kaiser laughs, says that's not a star. I'm the real star. I'm Ludwig Kaiser. And no one liked that promo at all, except for Canada. He was the only one. He was the pop one right there.
Yeah.
Ludwig
Kaiser. I love
Ludwig.
yeah.
And then everyone else like, you suck. Get off the screen. It's time for Joe Hendry and Kevin Owens. We know Kevin Owens has a fan in Canada.
Hell yeah.
Kevin Owens has a fan in all of Canada.
But you know what? I needed to at least start 2K26 a new way. So I'm glad you picked up Kevin Owens. I'm glad you're giving him a shot. I didn't want to see him sitting in free agency.
Well, I might release him if he loses this match.
Oh shit.
Because we believe in Joe Hendry. And I've already shown that. I have put that to the test. He is my #1 pick, folks. And I've made him our heavyweight champion. This is serious. So we give him a big test against Kevin Owens in the title match. In the tables title match. He's got to put. Damn it.
Yes.
No.
Oh, baby.
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah. Go, dude.
Let's go.
3.5-star finale and a rivalry starts. This is not the last you have seen of Joe Hendry.
Hell yeah.
All right, for our post-show breakdowns, for anyone that's newer, we do a quick rundown after we have our fun building the show. We do this so we can pull up these match reports, show the detail, not only for us if we're wanting to review anything down the road, but for the viewers, you can kind of see how stuff's moving and kind of the new look of things with the new UI here. With you see that popularity gain, the stamina loss, morale movement if it goes up or down, as well as what builds out your match rating. So to start that off for NXT 2.0, we kick it off with a TLC tag match. The New Day getting the tag titles away from the Street Profits in a 4-star match. Rhea Ripley, 1.5 stars, defeats Jasmine Nix, Jordan Grace, and Jada Parker in a fatal 4-way. Grace and Parker begin a feud. Triple threat action. AJ Styles gets the victory over Gunther and Jey Uso in the 3-star match. 2 stars for LA Knight taking down Logan Paul. They begin a feud. Then in a ladder match in the main event, 3.5 stars, Charlotte Flair defending her women's championship over Zelina Vega. They start a feud. Kane begins a feud with Oba Femi. and nothing else moved there. The other thing I'll call out, we won't see it yet, but they have a separate little tab between rivalry outcomes and injuries over there in the bottom right. That's a slight difference from what we had before. Nothing major, but wanted to go ahead and call that out on ECW. It's 2 stars in the opener. The Viking Raiders hanging on to the tag titles over Fraxium, the Tongas, and Pretty Deadly in a ladder match. In that ladder match, the Viking Raiders and the Tongas start a feud. Pretty Deadly and Fraxium start a feud. Then a triple threat tag tables match gets 1.5 stars. Bait and Dunn get the victory, starting a feud with Hank and Tank. And the El Grande Americanos, we'll have to see if they develop chemistry. Ren Sinclair, Sol Ruca come up short against Izzy Dame and Nia Jackson. The 2-star tag team match. They begin a feud. Chad Gable, 2.5 stars, successfully defending the television title over Penta with a feud. And then a feud in the main event. 3.5 stars, Kevin Owens, your new world champion, on ECW, beating Joe Hendry in the tables match as they begin the feud for NXT standard style, OG style. In the opener, the Alpha Academy win the triple threat tag team ladder match, starting a feud with A-Town Down Under in the process. Ethan Page and Sean Spears also coming up short in that 2-star opener. 1.5 stars, Dirty Dom Mysterio takes down Josh Briggs. They begin a feud. Fatal 5-way, Ivy Nile hangs on to the Divas Championship over Carmen Petrovich. I need to learn how to actually say that because I think I say it different every time I say it. Lola Vice, Io Sky, and Kiana James. Fatal 4-way action, Big E gets the 1.5 star victory, starting a rivalry with Trick Williams. Damian Priest and JC Mateo also starting a feud in that match. In the main event, CM Punk taking the NXT Championship from Brock Lesnar in the 3.5 star tables match. They begin a feud. And then finally for Mutiny, 2.5 stars in their opener. Becky Lynch and Julia become women's tag team champions over Bayley and Thea Hale. Rusev, 2.5 stars, takes down Ricky Saints, starting a feud. 2.5 stars for the MFT, taking down the Wyatt 6. Triple threat action, Psycho Clown defeats Brooks Jensen and Tavian Heights. And in the main event, Omos, 2.5 stars over Cruz del Toro for what I'm saying is the world title until I figure out how to tell the difference between them two. On the call side of things, Jacob Fatu starts a feud with Charlie Dempsey, and then Cruz del Toro's promo failed, but the match there got the rivalry started. Then, of course, we go to rundowns here. For these data sheets, there is various detail there with match card quality, superstar level bonuses, basically your ring XP that you're using throughout the show. Show quality, those things will grow as we grow the shows. But you'll hear me call out the fan change, the revenue change, and then if we see anything fun on Twitter, we'll call that out as well. So for NXT, Canada is going to get 33,000 fans. He's going to get $16,000. And Ivy Nile calling her shot said, send however many you like at me. I'm not giving this belt up. She's feeling good off that first week. Then over on Mutiny, they're going to get a 94 rating score. They're going to get 30,000 fans, $46,000, and then they get the official tag chemistry with the Wyatt 6 off rip. But Tyler Tonga talking his trash about Dexter Loomis. He ain't having it. Then on NXT 2.0, we get a 102 rating score. We get 38,000 fans. We lose $3,700. And Unholy Disciple is a simple man. I see Kane in the ring. I cheer. He's still got it, even though it was actually kind of like more of a backstage thing, you know. He was watching, okay? He was watching, damn it. 91 rating score for ECW. They're going to get 33,000 fans that lose $5,000. And Ivar saying that Kit Wilson couldn't keep up. Hard work pays off.
Hell yeah, brother.
It does.
For my commissioner goal, we get a Veto Champ card. And I was the only one that had the commissioner goal. These are the standings after the first show.
Look at me in cheek.
Aww. Twins.
Dead
Wow,
tied.
Dead tie.
That's actually, I know it's just off one show, but that's still pretty crazy that you guys got the exact same.
What the hell?
Wow.
All right, so we got a tie for second. The AI, 3,000 behind them, and then I've got a 6,000 fan lead as we go in to week 2. And Kando, whenever you're ready, you will be the one kicking us off.
Again, we're kicking it off. Okay, 3 weeks to Battlegrounds. Click on the thing here. Brock Lesnar is not happy losing his strap, but has knows his rights and he wants a rematch. Sure thing, Brock. You're gonna get your rematch. Sent to you an email. Triple H Now that CM Punk has stamina under 40, he's vulnerable to getting injured. We all know that. Let me take a quick look at these 50 talent scouts. I'm not going to look at these too much. 8-way matches. Damn. I don't like to look at those. Get my rando cards.
Right? I know those can be so good or so
Damn.
terrible.
I should have looked at this and used my anonymous GM with that. But anyways, things are gonna be cooking. Let's get XP1. Let's get Health Spot. Let's just buy all the power cards this week.
Wow.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm gonna use a get School 1, and we're gonna use it on.
Who gets the early love?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and use it on a level 0 Pat Mac. No, actually Carmen.
Oh yeah.
Pat McAfee can stay level 0. And that's all we're going to do this week. We could get some new stuff, but we aren't going to. We are going to allow. We got stamina. Okay. Maybe we can get Pat McAfee into a match. This is not going to open the show. Pat McAfee's going to go up against... Pat McAfee's gonna go up against.
Oh my!
Abrix.
No, I know.
Some
Actually,
legends
let's
there.
go bad. See who we get.
Ooh, Captain Grog, Joel Wheeler.
Argus.
Captain Grog.
I'm gonna do one more at this. Unless I want to go. You know what? Let's keep it. Let's keep this. And I think we're gonna take Captain Grog or Captain Grog or Joel Wheeler.
Oh man!
Wow.
Joel Wheeler reminds me of somebody. I can't place my finger on it. Let's get Captain.
All right, Captain Grog it is, baby. We're gonna do. Let's do. Why not 10 weeks? No, 9 weeks.
Ties me, Captain.
Of Captain Grog. That's gonna take us to the second PLE, and we could throw that right here. We'll throw Captain Grog.
When you have him in the cross-branded match, I'll get the Pirates of the Caribbean soundtrack ready for him.
Perfect.
For his entrance.
Do people not get signed in the same week? Where is Captain Grog's ass?
He was on the left. He's the far left.
Oh, he's just so popular.
Joel Wheeler reminds me of like Rick Steiner with that headgear on or whatever.
And what we're gonna do,
It's like their lost son. Rick Steiner only loved Braun Breaker.
Damn.
I'm gonna put them in the 3 stages of hell.
Ooh.
don't
I'm
get
intrigued
anything
when
for
we
that.
sim it if we get to see what stages it picks. So the understanding is the 3 matches it'll pick are based on what you have unlocked.
Okay.
So if we ever spectate one, it'll be on that. But when we sim, I don't know if we get to see like what they are or if it just is like, hey, they won these stages.
I think I got a lot of money and I'm looking to book, and I know that this is not gonna rate. This is gonna be like half a star, but if I put them in 3 stages of hell, maybe it rates like a 2 or 3 or something. I just don't want to do better than the main event. Our mid card, we're gonna do I don't know if I have enough, so I'm gonna do just a tag title. We're gonna get the Secret Hervis out here defending their titles against. I'm gonna go with Maxine. Oh, hello. I didn't even know that. That's really awesome. Okay.
And now that they're next to each other, I'm like, oh, they literally have the same attire.
They literally have the exact same attire on. So maybe I could put it in a triple threat tag. Because I was also thinking of somebody like Carmen
San Diego.
and Lola Vice. So Secret Hervis is probably the best chance to still win this match. Let's just get in it. I don't know why it. Oh, you have to book it a special.
Yeah, there's not like a standard match for those.
Well, this is Lola Vice's specialty, so let's see if we can get some new champions right off rip for Carmen and Lola. That would boost them way up there in popularity. Our main event, I would like it to be. I think we're gonna book something like. We got Chelsea Green as our woman. You know what? Let's do Chelsea Green versus Io Sky. Oops. Versus. That's all I got for women. Ladies. Let's do. You know what? I think that's fine for now, but that's not going to be my main event. And I am going to just throw the title on for right now. And then I think I want my main event. Who has more popularity, Big E or Trick? Or not Big E, Trick Williams. Like Big E and Trick Williams are fighting. And I'm looking at that feud over Briggs and Dom. And Briggs has one more popularity than Trick. So that, I don't think I want to... And they're the same. So technically, Briggs and Dom is going to get one more popularity than Big E and Trick. So let's book it. I want to book it in something. Let's start with Falls Count Anywhere. We got that booked. I guess I could book the Fatal 4-Way again and see if we can get something moving there. Damian Priest and JC Mateo as well. I'm going to leave that for now. We'll come back. We'll come back to that. We are going to do a call-out promo, and I think what we're going to do, we're going to play some pretend. This is CM Punk calling out Brock Lesnar because we're going to do the stamina.
I want you to pretend that Casey is insulting you. Pretend?
Yeah, we have to, because we have to do the stamina play. It's going to be Brock Lesnar calling out CM Punk, but CM Punk's going to be doing all the talking. I think we will have
Send it in.
Send it in, Vern. I don't think I have a giant other than got a giant coming in, but he's evil. I think I might swap our boy when he comes in. I'm gonna have Ethan Page calling out Sheamus, and we're gonna do, who is our IC champion? That is, it is The Miz.
The Miz.
So you know what? We're gonna do a triple threat for the IC title. It's gonna be Damian Priest, JC Mateo, and The Miz. And that is gonna be our main event. Falls Count Anywhere is gonna open the show. For now, I would like to do some call-outs, get some things moving along here. Maybe a tag call-out. We'll get Alpha Academy calling out A-Town Down Under, or the other way around. Like, looks like everybody, technically, yeah, they have more stamina and better call-out promo. So we'll do that. And then, last but not least,
Miss Psycho.
Yep, dude, I was thinking the same thing. Oh shoot, that's funny as hell.
Sean Spears calling out, where'd that bitch go?
I'm right here.
Ridge.
Oh.
So I'd like to, I got 3 minutes left.
That's what I was saying on the draft. Like, obviously those first weeks will be nuts. Once in a while we get stumped, but for us, the timer isn't really necessarily about like, oh my god, we have to book so fast. It's more so to just keep us honest. We're usually, what I saw was we were usually like 8 to 10 minutes, and then sometimes would get egregious. So
instead of doing the Falls Count Anywhere match, I think we'll have Dirty Dom call out Josh Briggs, and then we can do something like a tag team, because I really want our boy Andre Chase to find a tag partner. And I think for Chase U, and I think the fact that Sheamus is wearing a certain color has me intrigued. So I think they're going to go up against the Canadians that we just started. But that's not going to open our match. I think we'll open up with this ladder match, or possibly, no, we're going to open up with the ladies, and we'll put a stiffy on that. A stiffy. We're going to put Extreme Rules, and I think we have another Extreme Rules. No, I think I took it out. And I know we're using up a lot of stamina, but by putting in ladder matches and stuff and this and that, but this is JC Mateo's main match, so maybe he can pull something off here. I'm feeling Okay, now I got 2 minutes.
Wow.
Never
Oh, no, dude. Let's take a look at what we can do here. Maybe we're gonna send CM Punk right to the Hell Spa. Only gonna get 6 stamina plus the 12 that you get for rest in a week. And yeah, I think what we're gonna do is I think I'm good. I'm trying to think if I wanna. No, I'm gonna save the hidden agenda for at least another episode. So to bait you all to come back and see
good
what
bait.
the second hidden agenda is.
Yeah.
We're gonna save that for at least episode 2, maybe further along the line if I forget. What is my do not book for a veto star? Oh god dang it! Who's my most popular available cruiser? It's gonna be Io Sky, isn't it?
That would be my guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit! Now I have a minute. Veto star is pretty good. I'm gonna take Io Sky out, and I'm gonna put in Ivy Nile, and I'm gonna make it for the women's title. No, she was so cocky about her Divas title. We'll see if Chelsea Green can become a double strapped up. Okay, now I got 30 seconds. Oh shit! Oh shit! She's not my. Oh shit! Oh shit! Who is?
Ethan Page. He's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, it's Ethan. No.
Oh gosh.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's not.
Oh,
Oh
buddy.
fuck, that was intense. And we have the 20% penalty if you go over, so
Wow.
scary hours.
All right. Thought I was clicked on. Give me 1 second. I'm just catching our breath from
Oh, I know that was.
that.
I got my
I'm
inhaler.
gonna go get a drink after that one. I'll be right back.
All right. So Joe Hendry, clap clap, is not happy losing his strap. He wants a rematch. We got you, Joseph. So there we go. All right. So here we go. We got 2 weeks to the go home show. We got 3 weeks till the battleground. But we're on our own battleground right now. Ooh. The least popular specialist is in a match. We get those critical guys to know, which is good to know. All right. Do I want +3 show bonus and be free to book? Coast to coast. I don't think we're gonna do anything with that. Red Monsoon, Clarity, Grimrose, Sally, Steamroller. All right. I think we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna. Oh yeah, we can't. I only have 2 assets. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start investing. Next episode.
I was gonna say, and this is a reminder too for viewers. We have it set up where we're getting our match unlocks as we do the logistics. So as those logistics change, we'll start unlocking more match types as well.
Yes, this is true. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna make Joe Hendry happy. We're gonna give him his rematch right off rip. So we're just gonna get that set there. One of the things too with these big rosters is to kind of keep an eye on people's morales, make sure they're at least getting in the matches, even though losing them does not help. But at least if we can make sure some disgruntled people like Lyra, she didn't fight last week, so I want to get her involved this week, some way, somehow. And I think, what can Bird Girl do? I think Bird Girl can go against Zoe Stark. That'll be a decent one. We're gonna get some more tag team wrestling. We're gonna keep. We gotta get Sol Ruka, Ren Sinclair. We gotta get them a win though. They're not too thrilled. We're gonna get them another shot at glory. I want to get. Let's see here. I think it's time for Mr. Iguana to get his big ass in the ring. Who's worthy? What is Mr. Iguana? He's happy. He is face. Let's do... Might be Fatal 4-Way territory, boys. Because I want to get Ray Phoenix in. This dude's got 100 stamina, so we have got to get him involved. Couple happy boys there. We got to get Ludwig Kaiser. He deserves a match as well. And dude, I love Tank Ledger's energy. He looks like a young Jack Black right there.
He really does. I was trying to think earlier who it made me think of, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly who I was thinking.
And oh man, Tony D'Angelo. We have Tony D'Angelo. What the hell? Let's get Tony D'Angelo in the mix as well. I'm gonna just book that. I'm gonna come back to do some Stippy love. And then Dar. Gosh. Let's do tag team. We're gonna get Noam Dar. I want to put Joaquin Wild. That might be a decent little something. And let's do shoot. Actually, yeah. Let's make it triple threat, baby. Or not triple threat. Sheesh. Triple threat tag. Hello. Alright. So there we go. We have Walking. Noam Dar. I'm gonna get. We're gonna try that again. We're gonna try the El Grande Americanos, and we're gonna go ahead and make history. We're gonna have the first intergender match. We're gonna put Nikki Cross and Uncle Howdy. We're gonna get the Wyatt Six.
I'll make the quick call out just in case people don't know. For those intergender matches, you do have a cost increase for those, and then additional stamina does get used for them. But just in case if you're ever booking, you're like, wait, what the hell just happened?
Yes, correct. So there we go. So that's that. So I'm just gonna see if I have any of these that need to be, if any get boosted. So like more ladder matches. So if I want to add that Stippy, five-way match. All right, self promos. Okay, so we need self promos. Let's get. Yeah, a lot of these guys are booked. Actually, I won't worry about it too hard. We're gonna do training from my boys, Hank and Tank.
Yes, sir.
Invest in what we have, and then we're gonna get. Let's get. Let's do the tag team call outs. So we got. Done. Let's have the Ivars call out the Tongas. And is there any other Chad Gable, call out Penta, keep pushing that rivalry along. And then any stippies? Do we want any stippy nippies? We got Hell in a Cell, and we do have the Hell in a Cell card. If we book 5 Hell in a Cells this year, we get an extra Hell in a Cell match to do higher. So we might go ahead, pop that there. Throw tables on here. Tables is already on here. Intergender match. I don't know how that's gonna fare. I think I might leave this curve. And we'll go from there. Throw a table on there. I think that's a pretty solid lineup. So get some new stars into the mix, get some new stars, some matches. We do get to know some guys, which is always a positive.
Yeah, that's quite a few guys that you're getting.
I think. Ooh. Get schooled. I'm really thinking of investing in Miles Bourne. He's got a lot of stamina. Just want to see where he can go and where he can take us. So I think that will bode well. Do I want the rehab yet? I think I'm going to hold, and I think we're going to go ahead and get ready to send it in. Yeah, I think we're good to go to the hellscape that is New Jersey.
Ooh, damn, now I gotta go to New Jersey. That's tough. Alright, so Triple H lets me know the Zelina's stamina is under 40, so be so careful. 12 stamina if they sit out, 6 if they just cut a promo. Angel Dawkins, everything was against me when I lost my belt last week, but I know I'm entitled to a rematch. I won a championship match against Kingston Woods. Nobody else will ever get a shot men's tag titles before me. I think that's perfectly fine. We can definitely make sure that happens. We didn't get the rivalry to pop there, but they did super well in that match. So if our least popular giant is in a match, we get special promotion. So we definitely want to do that. Our least popular giant is going to be, there's not a lot of them, so it might be someone pretty decent. Good night. It's Kane. So we need to have Kane in a match this week. And we get that. So I'm going to just throw that on right away. And I think we're going to have Kane and Obafemi fight for North American Championship. That takes care of that immediately. So we're cool with that. Just doing the quick review of here. So we did call out promo advertising. We'll have to do 15 shows again. We've got 50 shows. So there's definitely time, but getting a little head start when you've got some opportunity and some money to move around is always good. We did get a perfect drama curve for last week, even though our opener was better than the main, just because we still put the top and the bottom properly, so that's cool. Let's see. Tables matches, that'll be very gettable. The only one I'm really worried about out of these 20 that might be really tough is going to be 5 rivalries with run-in interferences, because I don't do a lot of run-ins because they hurt the rating, but if I'm intentional about it, we can make some things happen. I want to see offhand if there's, so we've got only one person annoyed here, and that's Jordan Grace. And we were going to try to get her an immediate win, and she didn't win because we made it a multi-person match. So I think we give her the one-on-one with Jada Parker here and hope that she grabs a nice win, and that makes her happy. Then we're going to go with, I think, the rematch. I don't know if doing the same match type back-to-back weeks will hurt it, so there's going to be a little bit of science in here, but we're going to go ahead and take care of this right away for Doc Daddy. Give him his promise, and then we've got the TLC that does well for them, but it is a high stamina cost, so we might just go tables this time around. Okay, so then I want to get the triple threats moving because we have that challenge. So I'm going to sort by stamina here. And my thinking is I kind of want to have Seth Rollins maybe face Kurt Angle when he comes in, but just the way the staminas are, I think it makes sense to go something like this and then get Rollins in this way here. So if he does start a feud with someone, you know, we can kind of adjust to that. Then let's go with Braun Breaker. I definitely want to get him on the card this week. So let's do, we're gonna see. I want to see what can happen with feuds in a match like this. So I'm gonna take, I've got 3 members of the Vision on my roster here. So we've got Logan Paul, who's in a feud with LA Knight. Then the Bronson and Braun. These 3 guys in the Vision are all together. What I'm curious is in a 6-man tag, I don't think there's 6-man tag rivalries to my knowledge. So can we advance a singles feud in a 3v3? Same with a tag feud, which I won't have one to put in here to test that, but I'm just kind of curious. So we need 3 goody 2-shoes here. I think we go AJ Styles. I think we go Dragon Lee to get his tag partner in there. And then who do I want the other for the match to be? It would be LA Knight because he's got the feud with Logan Paul. So we're gonna try this out here. Can we move a singles feud? My guess is no, because it doesn't mark anything in the corner up there. But we're gonna try it. Maybe we can get 6-person tag feuds. Hell if I know. But we're gonna see what that does. A little bit of research and development for the roster.
Love it.
Then we're gonna have the Usos. I don't even know who I want to have them call out, but we're having them call somebody out. Let's have them. You know what? We're gonna have them call out the Bronze. We're gonna have them call out Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Where the hell did he go? I probably passed him. There we go. So obviously they're not double booked because the Usos are the one calling it out. Then we want a self promo out of someone. So let's sort by stamina. Find someone that's not booked here and have them cut the self promo. I think we're going to go with Alexa's kind of where I'm leaning. Aleister Black's not a bad shout here, but let's go with Alexa on... Ooh, I might go her with Charity instead, actually. So she's going to go Charity. Aleister Black is going to be my self promo. And then... I know I keep checking these, but... So advertising... I mean, I can do one for the sake of doing one. If I wanted, I'm not obviously necessarily desperate for money right off rip, but... We could have Rhea... give us a whirl there. I have not checked power cards yet. Hellspawn 1, Best Friends Forever, reduces the rivalries. I think I'm going to grab this Extreme Rules boost. It's no secret if you're a long-time viewer of CodyVerse. I like having these stockpiled for PLEs and go-home shows. And I don't have Sonya Deville to get me extra copies of these this year. So it'll be a little bit more difficult to obtain. So I'm going to get one now while I know I can. And I think I'm going to take... Oh, shit.
Oh, my word.
He's got a new photo, too. He's looking...
Couple rings on that hand.
Yeah. I'm saying that's... You know, Tyson said he's been watching the product. I'm saying that's... Tyson was like, no, we gotta update Triton. I'm gonna do one search here. Oh, shit. Baby China.
Got China and Kane. What the hell?
Look at Triton's picture.
Yeah, that's what I saw. She goes like they updated him.
Dude.
I said Tyson watching him dominate our...
That's what I'm saying. They're like, shit,
dang, we gotta make him
They
good.
invest in the King.
But everybody else has their same picture. Triton's different.
Dude, Triton is different. Thank you.
So
they did it for us. I swear to God. Like, what else? That's insane.
I'm grabbing China. 13 weeks.
Grab Triton. What are you doing?
I'm not carrying that responsibility. Okay, then I don't want to add China to this match because we're trying to get Jordan Grace a win. I don't want to lessen the odds there. But I do kind of want to get China on the card now though, so I'm gonna give China a training promo right off rip. Do I want to change anything to get re-involved? I think I'm okay. These popular. Oh yeah, I gotta have. Wait, who did I take out of a match? Oh, it's because China's now my least popular giant,
Ooh.
right? Okay, so we are actually gonna add her to this. It does risk, increases the odds that Jordan Grace doesn't get the win here, but we want the card there, and then we're gonna take this back to the advertising that we were gonna do with Rhea. So we got 3 minutes here, so there we go. We're getting that special promotion. We're taking care of this promise. So now it's, what do I potentially want to do with match types? Obviously we know the TLC did good, but I don't know if back-to-back weeks kind of dilutes it. So we're gonna go tables there. I think it's 2 level 5s. Can this be? Yeah, let's go like this and make that the opener. We're still gonna leave the title on the line here for this though. In Canada, since you missed it, basically what I wanted to see is LA Knight and Logan Paul are in a feud. They have 6-man tags now. Are there 3v3 feuds? Can you move a singles or a tag feud during a 3v3 match? My initial thought was no, because the Logan Paul LA Knight rivalry did not pop up in the top right. But I still thought it was worth finding out here early on. So we're seeing, obviously it could be that they can pop and then it doesn't, but if it does pop there, we know that's possible. So I think I'm good. I've got a minute 40 here, just giving myself the quick double checks. Logistics, we're not going to mess with this week. We got our power cards. We're good there. We added China. I was going to also search level 5, but China popping up, I feel like that's good. We get another signing with someone that we can develop with young 1997 China debuting in DX. And I think we're good. So we're going to go ahead and send it in.
Oh, geez. NXT, baby. Chelsea Green, the Commander-in-Chief, decides that she wants to put her title up. She says that everybody else is putting their titles up and that she wants to as well, because the GM, he has not sent an email this week. So it's kind of up to the wrestlers. The wrestlers own NXT without a GM running the show. So Chelsea Green, she's putting up her title in the opener in Extreme Rules match against Io Sky. Can Io take to the sky and win the title? She sure does. That's because the Secret Harvest is in a match tonight, so they weren't out with Chelsea Green. I don't know why Chelsea Green was so confident that she could have done that without the Secret Harvest. She's gonna have to go back to the drawing board and maybe enlist some help to beat Io Sky, and that's a 3.5-star match and starts a rivalry. And we have a new women's champion. Tag team call out, A-Town Down Under. They come out and they realize that we're in New Jersey, so nobody can understand Australian accents in New Jersey. And so it doesn't work. Nobody understood what the hell happened in New Jersey, and so Akira Tozawa and Otis didn't come out.
Oh baby, here we go.
Captain Grog versus Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee comes out and he says, I want to be in a match tonight. I heard that the wrestlers run NXT, and so I want a match tonight. Then the lights go dim, and Captain Grog, we hear sea shanties. Sea shanties are happening, and the pirate steps out and he demands to go to hell with Pat McAfee. 3 stages of it to be, in fact. But Pat McAfee survives. He wins the first stage. Captain Grog somehow pulls out the victory in the second stage, and then with a punt to the head, and then maybe, I guess, just tossing him into some fire. We'll pretend the last one is an Inferno match. He burns Captain Grog, and will Captain Grog come back stronger? Or is that just going to end him the first week he's here? Let's find out. Sean Spears calls out Ridge Holland and says, I don't like your name, Ridge. That just doesn't vibe with me. So you know what, Ridge Holland, he's taking offense to not having his name liked, because Sean Spears, that's just a nice, fun name to say. It flows off the tongue. Ridge Holland, it's harsh. It's not as fun. So
Strong.
yeah. Speaking of not understanding, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are back out tonight. They're double booked tonight. They said, you don't understand us? No, and New Jersey just wasn't answering. But Andre Chase, New Jersey does understand him. And as he's walking around, he's trying to find somebody because he wants to go out there and fight Austin Theory and Grayson Waller and show New Jersey that Chase U is coming back strong in 2K26. And he's walking by Sheamus and he looks at him and goes, Sheamus, I didn't know you liked Chase U, man. I didn't know you were enlisted. And Sheamus goes, I'm not even going to try to do an Irish accent because I just cannot do them. But Sheamus goes, what the hell are you talking about? And Andre Chase goes, you're wearing the color. You're part of Chase U. And Sheamus is like, it's banger after banger. And Andre Chase is like, no, you're Chase U. Throw him up, man. And Sheamus looks at his hands and he kind of he throws them up and something. He's like, okay, you know what? I'll throw him up with you. Let's go out there and take out A-Town Down Under. And then Sheamus comes out, but guess what? Nobody understands an Irish person in New Jersey either. So Andre Chase has to take the reins. And they're just going to have to, he's letting everybody know that there is, in fact, a tag team match tonight. And it's only a 2-star match. And it does not start a rivalry because I think A-Town Down Under is in a rivalry. But that's okay because Chase U has formed here tonight with Andre Chase and Sheamus. Man, that's going to be quite an interesting tag team. Only a 2-star match, but we'll take it. Dirty Dom. He comes out here and says, Josh Briggs, this fucking guy? He goes, this guy was on the AI's roster all last year. You're going to put him in a match against me? He goes, yeah, we'll see. We'll see at Battlegrounds how tough this guy really is. Kind of looks dopey in my opinion. Dirty Dom. He's showing why he's dirty. That was kind of rude and nasty to say. The Secret Harvest, like we said, they're in a match tonight defending their tag team championships. And of course, obviously, Natalya, Maxine Dupree, quite obviously a tag team together. Who wouldn't know that? And they've said they were going to take down the Secret Harvest and at least maybe even have to back up Io Sky if they have to. But guess what? Carmen Petrovic and Lola Vice, they come in and they want a shot. They're the underdogs in this one, without a doubt. And they say they're a scrappy new team. So can the scrappy new team be victorious? It's going to be the veterans. It is going to be the veterans. Natalya and Maxine Dupree, the quite obvious tag team that we knew was destined to be tag champions, are going to come in here, and they are going to start a rivalry with the Secret Harvest. So at least, even though it's a 1.5-star match, we get a rivalry and we get new champions in a ladder match. And again, we're doing, I know Brock Lesnar called out CM Punk, but CM Punk comes out as your brand new NXT champion and calls out Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. They come out to the ring entrance, the ring ramp, and he says, you know what, Brock, I heard you want your rematch. You can have your rematch at Battlegrounds. And if you win, you get your NXT title back, and I'm going to stay out of your way for good. Maybe I'll go after the tag titles or that beautiful white Intercontinental strap championship that the anonymous GM brought in. But I also have a second condition. If Brock loses at Battlegrounds, then Paul Heyman is no longer a Brock Lesnar guy. Heyman is going to become a CM Punk guy instead because, he knows that Heyman used to be a GM himself, and he knows that he has a direct line to the anonymous GM. That means Punk would suddenly have someone in his corner that's going to pull a few strings and get him some very convenient favors. So Brock's going to get that title shot, but he has to put Paul Heyman on the line. And Brock Lesnar, he's just fuming at the top of the ramp, but he knows that he's going to have to put Paul Heyman on the line if he wants his title back. And in the main event, that white Intercontinental title, that beautiful strap that we talked about, it's around Miz's waist. And he comes down, he goes, you guys talking about my title? It's my title. And Damian Priest, he comes out and he says, he comes out and he does the YMCA real quick because that's the bisexual Undertaker to you, buddy. And then JC Mateo, of course, from the My Family tree. We only got one little branch here in JC Mateo, but he's been trying to take it to Damian Priest. So are we going to have a new Intercontinental champion, or The Miz going to retain? And that's why he's your IC title champion, baby. 3 stars. The Miz comes out and he beats both Damian Priest and JC Mateo. Dominant champion, but Priest and Mateo do grow the rivalry. So I guess maybe they kind of went at each other. Miz, he's a very opportunistic guy. He came in, stole the victory, and that's a 3-star match.
And we go over to Mutiny. No idea if they're going to be opportunistic or not. not, they were in last place, but it was, it's 1 week. It wasn't a bad show. It was just, we did better than in week 1. So we're going to see week 2 what happens. Rusev, Ricky Saints, they started a feud, so now they're going to fight. I said Omos is the world champion, so I'm saying this is the Mutiny X championship on the line between Rusev and Ricky Saints as they extend their feud. And in this normal match, Ricky Saints gets back the win from last week in a 3.5-star performance, becoming the Mutiny X champion. The rivalry goes to level 2 between those two. And then Becky Lynch calls out whatever the hell that is. I'm taking my shot in the dark and saying that's Tamara Ty Cross. That's one of those jobber names. I think I might be right on that. But Becky Lynch, went to come out and cut a promo, and then she saw that thing come out to the ring, and she's like, what the hell are you? And then who I'm thinking is Tamara Ty Cross got really offended, and so they started a feud. And then Psycho Clown won in Triple Threat actually last week. He said, I'll take an open challenge in a tables match. And so Lexus King makes his way out on his big throne that slides over like it's on little rolly wheels. And then he comes out to the ring. He's ready to take out Psycho Clown. But all of a sudden, Tala Tonga just suddenly gets involved for whatever the hell reason. Psycho Clown takes advantage of it because Tala Tonga misses swinging for him, hits Lexus King. And Psycho Clown gets the victory in the tables match and starts feud with Tala Tonga. Then Cruz del Toro says, hey, last week, I tried to talk shit to you before your match. I said Homo sapiens are stupid. You know what? Homo sapiens aren't stupid. You're stupid. And then Omos got real upset about that. So Omos came out. He started barking back. Was like, all right, I'll see you tonight in a tables match where hopefully nobody interferes. And then Extreme Rules, Triple Threat. It's Angel. It's Tavian Heights. It's Eric Rowan. A dream match if I've ever seen it. And it's going to be Eric Rowan getting the 3-star victory here and starting a feud with Angel in the process. And Jacob Fatu said, this time he said, rather than get a load of this guy, he said, get a load of these guys. These people, the lovely people of CodyVerse that are supporting the channel and supporting the brand of NXT Mutiny. To the robots, we rise. To the AI, we are superior. And then they get 4,000 fans. Nice promo from Jacob Fatu. And then, damn it, I was wrong. It was Precious Silver. If only there was a giveaway for what could have caused that to be her name. She comes out to the ring with Bailey, and they're taking on Becky Lynch and Julia, women's tag team champs. But titles not on the line here. And Precious Silver, does she have a big debut? She does. Her and Bailey team up, and it's all that padding and Precious Silver that covers her body and protects her from pain that allows Silver and Bailey to get the 2-star victory. Bit of an upset and a rivalry begins. And then Nikita Lyons said, you want to see me do it again? And she breaks some things with her giant ass cheeks and gets 2 fans again in the process. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then it's the tables match, Cruz del Toro versus Omos, non-title match here. But Cruz del Toro finally got under the skin of Omos. Did it distract him enough? It did. Omos clearly was not focused on the match. He was too busy trying to hurt Cruz del Toro versus trying to win the contest. Cruz del Toro able to take advantage, put Omos through a table. 3.5 stars. Rivalry level 3.
Oh my goodness. And here we go. We do not have to wait for the debut of Noam Dar and Joaquin Wilde. We got a triple threat tag match. They're pairing up against the El Grande Americanos yet again. Still holding out hope that we can get some tag chemistry for them. And then the Wyatt Six are going to get involved. We have intergender action right here for the first time. We're going to see how it shakes out as Nikki Cross, the free agent signee, comes in to the assistance of Uncle Howdy. So here we go in a tables match. Ooh,
baby.
Wow, and the Americanos get in a spat with Noam Dar and Joaquin Wilde, and while they're distracted fighting amongst each other, Nikki Cross comes in. She definitely put Noam Dar's bitch ass through the table, and they steal the win, the Wyatt Six, with a big intergender dub. And then Jack Black comes out, says, let's train, brother. He starts pumping iron, and half of Hank the Tank gets us 5 ring XP. We are leveling up, folks. We're on a roll to start this show. Can the roll keep going? Can Nia Jax and Izzy Dame keep it hot? Or does Sol Ruka and Ren Sinclair finally get their first win of the season? No, they do not. In a mediocre match, but the rivalry grows to level 2. And we've seen... You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to jinx anything. But Izzy Dame, I know she's getting low on stamina. Thankfully, she didn't get hurt there. But she gets a big win with Nia Jax to go to 2-0. And then Hank Walker says, you thought Tank had a good workout? Check out this pump. And he gets 6 ring XP, not just 5. So he could do what Tank does, but just 1 better. But that's what makes them a great team, is they push themselves. This team is destined for glory on this brand, in this CodyVerse. And then Lyra Valkyria, she's gonna get the cobwebs off. So is Zoe Stark. They're finally gonna get on the card, and they're very excited to do so. This is a tables match in the I hold my fist like this match.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh gosh. Lyra Valkyria, 100 stamina though. She's got so much energy, so much. She's just gonna end up jumping through a table herself. Zoe Stark
3-star, 2.5.
gets the big victory, and a rivalry has begun. Speaking of rivalries, oh my goodness. Ugh. Ivar needs to
put on a shirt.
You know what? They both should put shirts on. They should be fully clothed. And maybe that's what this beef is about. The Tongas are like, you guys are ugly.
Like, at least they wear vests.
Yeah, I know. They cover their midriffs, and they know that they're not, like, physique kings. And so, but no. I mean, the Vikings, they know. They don't give a shit. And they're going to settle it in the ring one day, but, oh my gosh, I'm going to get that off the screen. And then, oh my goodness, this might be everyone's favorite match of the night. Mr. Iguana with his manager, Yeska, come down to the ring. Ray Phoenix in his luscious mask. Tony D'Angelo in his luscious hat. And Ludwig Kaiser with his illustrious European attitude. They're all going to mix. We're going to shake them up. And one of them is going to put another through the table to come away victorious. And Ray Phoenix does it. He puts Tony D'Angelo through the table, thus starting a rivalry. Ludwig Kaiser gets Yeska's urine in his eyes. Yeska pees on him from the corner. And Mr. Iguana goes out there, and they're going at him. They're 2-for-1 handicapping Ludwig Kaiser. And in the mean, we got Phoenix just absolutely putting Tony D'Angelo's big ass through the table. And he gets a big win in his ECW debut. And Chad Gable says Ray Phoenix might have got a big W tonight. But that's the only masked man that is going to get any sort of W's, because it ain't going to be you, especially if you're going in the ring against me, Chad Gable, the champ, the TV champ, Chad Gable. The rivalry grows to a juicy level 2. Oh, and then Kevin Owens is a freaking title holder already.
Let's go,
this
baby.
year. But this time, we're going to help Joe Hendry out. We're going to put Kevin Owens in a Hell in a Cell match. He's going to put the title on the line. Joe Hendry wanted this rematch. He's got revenge on the mind. And he knows he is going to upset a whole entire nation up to the north with this big victory. Damn it, Joe.
4.5, damn.
Classic. Yoo-hoo! As Kevin Owens gets a freaking big win.
Yeah, he does.
You know what? It's going to be so sweet when we actually get to watch Kevin Owens' demise in a couple weeks.
I believe in Kevin Owens.
At Battleground. Ugh.
All right, and we head over to NXT 2.0. Kicking it off, it's a 3v3 ladder match. 3 members of the Vision, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, taking on team of AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, and their partner for the night, LA Knight. Yeah. And we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see LA Knight and Logan Paul do have a feud. Again, since it didn't put it in the top right when I booked it, I don't think it can move, but I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised. And the Dragon Lee, AJ Styles, the LA Knight trio get a 3-star win. And, you know, it could be that those don't have rivalries, or those things could trigger rivalries, and I was just unlucky. But either way, a 3-star opener, we will take that to start the show. And then the Usos come out to the ring, and they're pointing out, they're like, dang, the Braun's really out there teaming up with Logan Paul. Neat. That's really cool. And just talking all this trash about Logan Paul and LA Knight he's kind of like when a kid's in like a school play and then there's like stagehands behind like whispering their lines. LA Knight's kind of doing that to the Usos, telling them like how to talk shit about how much Logan Paul sucks. So they get the tag feud started. It's gonna be the Usos and the Brawns, and we'll see where that heads. Tag titles aren't in that feud right now, but there are ways, could be forward tag action in the future. We'll have to find out. Then Jordan Grace started feud with Jada Parker last week, and Jordan Grace was like, came up to Sensational Sherri and said, Sherri, I just want a one-on-one match with Jada Parker, nobody else. Last week Jasmine Nix, Rhea Ripley crashed the party. I want one-on-one, and Sherri's like, you got it. And then right before the match, she said, oh, by the way, we found this power lifter named China. We're gonna go ahead and put her in the match, but you'll be fine. We just think she could learn a lot from you, Jordan. And Jordan says, fine, I'll show her how to get it done. Hits Juggernaut Driver, gets things handled, gets the victory. Her rivalry with Jada Parker goes up level 2. It's a disappointing match, but China is a level 0. But after we signed her, she became my least popular giant, so we needed to get her in a match. And then Alexa Bliss comes out to the ring and says, originally I was going to come out here and talk about myself, but then I was told I would be better suited talking about why the fans should be watching NXT 2.0. And look no further than tonight's main event. After an incredible TLC match last week, they're losing the L's, they're losing the C's, but the T's is all they need to put on a great match. 3,500 fans, they stayed dialed in. They're not changing the channel. They're not watching the other product. NXT 2.0 for life. And then North America title on the line. Kane signaled to Obafemi that he won the shot. Initially, Kane was the least popular giant because I think he was like the only one. So this match is happening tonight. North American title on the line. Is Obafemi ready? Will the big red machine get gold immediately? Obafemi able to get it done. And because I want to protect Kane and my mental head canon, I'm going to say that it was a count-out victory, that Obafemi got Kane on the outside. They were brawling on the outside. And after he got Kane down to the mat, he hit a fall from grace on the floor. Kane sat up, but right before he get in the ring, the clock hit 10. So Obafemi, 2.5 stars, stays your North American champion, and the rivalry goes up to level 2. And then Aleister Black comes out to the ring, and he simply says, Kane, something about you impresses me. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I'll be watching. And then for some reason, him saying that got him 2 extra fans, because people are like, ooh, he's so mysterious. And we've got triple threat action here. So this was, we got the challenge put on triple threat matches. We looked at some of our staminas. Vikingo got moved out of his match last week. Javon Evans. We always have fun booking Javon Evans. And Seth freaking Rollins. I was thinking about maybe saving him for when Kurt Angle returns, but I said he's got stamina. He needs to be in the ring because I'm not losing him again. I'm not. He's going to be here all 50 weeks. And it's going to be really great. And it's going to start right here because he's going to lose in his first match and probably be upset. And that's not good. But Vikingo gets the 1.5 star victory. Maybe he'll end up with a day with Kurt Angle because the rivalry begins between Seth Rollins and Javon Evans, which could be a really fun feud to pursue. So we'll have to see what happens there. Javon Evans is going to be outclassed on the ring XP, but he might be able to pull an upset. I mean, the 10 ring XP got the win here. And then Rhea Ripley said, Yeah, I was told we don't necessarily need money right now, but I don't know. If we talk about selling products enough, you know, we can potentially get the ability to like screw with one of the other brands later with something called a power card. I don't fully get it, but I'm out here to just say that I love hot and spicy Cheez-Its. And if you too love hot and spicy Cheez-Its, get a box today. And that promo gets $12,500 to NXT 2.0 at the expense of only one popularity. Very well done from Rhea Ripley. And then main event, they don't have ladders. They don't have chairs. It is simply tables this week because I didn't know if running the exact same stip back-to-back weeks would hurt it. Plus, the stamina drain on that's pretty high, and these guys are already going to start to get a little low. But Angelo Dawkins, he demanded the tag title rematch, and I said, you know what? No reason to waste any time. Let's just take care of it tonight. The New Day versus the Street Profits, and the Street Profits get it back because if you take out the L and you take out the C, there's some sort of pun there that leads to being able to spell Street Profits with the T's. We got there not at all, but that's okay. What did get there was this match quality, 3.5 stars in the main event. And this time, unlike last week, we get the tag team rivalry started. So the New Day and the Street Profits got the tag feud. Super excited to see that gold back around their waist. So on our rundowns here for NXT 2.0, the show that just completed. It is a 3-star opener in the 3-on-3 ladder match. AJ Styles, Dragon Lee, and LA Knight taking down the Vision in that victory. Jordan Grace winning the triple threat match over Jada Parker and Chyna. Jada Parker and Jordan Grace have the rivalry go to level 2. Obafemi successfully defending the North American Championship over Kane in a 2.5-star match, rivalry level 2. Rivalry begins between Seth Rollins and Javon Evans, but it's Vikingo winning the triple threat match here, 1.5 stars for his victory. And in the main event tables match, the Street Profits take down the New Day, 3.5 stars, and they begin their feud after that tables match. And on the tag team call out, the Usos start a feud with the Bronze. For ECW, triple threat tables tag action to kick it off. The Wyatt Six getting the victory as Nikki Cross and Uncle Howdy get it done. But rivalry begins between the Americanos as against Noam Dar and Joaquin Wilde. Second match on the card, Nia Jackson, Izzy Dame take down Sol Ruca and Ren Sinclair. 2 stars on the match, level 2 on the rivalry. Zoe Stark, 2.5 stars over Lyra Valkyria in the tables match. They begin a feud. Then in the fatal 4-way tables match, it's Rey Fenix getting the victory over Mr. Iguana, Ludwig Kaiser, and Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo and Rey Fenix begin a feud. And in the main event, Hell in a Cell, Kevin Owens hanging on to the gold, 4.5 stars over Joe Hendry. Their rivalry goes level 2 for the call-outs. Chad Gable goes to level 2 with Penta, and the Viking Raiders go to level 2 with the Tongas. Then over to NXT. Io Sky kicks it off with a 3.5-star victory over Chelsea Green. They begin a feud. Io Sky, your new women's champion. 3 stages of hell. Pat McAfee takes down Captain Grog in a 1.5-star match. They begin a feud. The new Chase U, Andre Chase and Sheamus take down A-Town Down Under in a 2-star match. Ladder action, triple threat tag. Natalia Maxine Dupree, your new women's tag champs over the Secret Hervis, Carmen Petrovic, and Lola Vice. Then the main event ladder match, it's The Miz taking down Damian Priest and JC Mateo. Priest and Mateo have their feud go up to level 2. Callouts, Brock Lesnar calls out CM Punk for level 2. Dirty Dom calls out Josh Briggs for level 2. Sean Spears starts a feud with Ridge Holland. And then A-Town Down Under calls out the Alpha Academy for a level 1. Then we head over to Mutiny. And in the Mutiny X Championship match, Ricky Saints is your first champion, taking down Rusev in a 3.5-star match. Their rivalry up level 2. Psycho Clown, 2 stars over Lexus King. But after Tala Tonga's interference, Tonga and Psycho Clown have a feud. Eric Rowan, 3 stars over Angel and Tavian Heights. Angel and Eric Rowan begin a feud in that Extreme Rules match. Then Bayley and Precious Silver, 2-star victory over Becky Lynch and Julia in this non-title match. They begin a tag feud in the main event tables match. 3.5 stars, Cruz del Toro taking down Omos, rivalry up to level 3 because of a successful call earlier in the night. And then Becky Lynch starting a singles feud with Precious Silver. For NXT, they're going to get a 96 rating score. They're going to get 30,000 fans. They're going to lose $60,000. And then, of course, we'll call this one out. I don't know if we really talk about this here But the tweet says it there. Maybe it's just me, but I think the perfect triple threat matches have fan favorites outnumbering rule breakers. If you didn't know that, if you have a triple threat, not that you can't have 2 rule breakers and 1 fan favorite, but the way the game likes it the most is if you have 2 faces and 1 heel in a triple threat. But you can do it either way, depending on what you need. For Mutiny, they're going to get a 100 rating score. They're going to get 37,000 fans, $1,100. Cruz del Toro and Omos are completely at each other's throats. How is it going to end? Got to stay tuned and find out in the next episode. ECW is going to get a 95 rating score. They're going to get 29,000 fans, lose $32,000. But Penta says he is happy to fight Gable anytime. Only one way it ends. And then for NXT 2.0, they're going to get a 97 rating score, 35,000 fans, $31,000. And we're told that Logan Paul and Bronson Reed worked okay as a tag team, I guess. So, just okay. Also, we didn't expect this. We discovered chemistry. So this is interesting. So in a 6-man tag, we discovered a chemistry between Dragon Lee and LA Knight. So it could be used to test out some teams if there's like some hodgepodge mixing in there. And we know Dragon Lee and AJ Styles are a team. So we'll have to kind of think of a trio name for them potentially in the future. ECW going to have the ability to know 10 guys for his commissioner goal. I grabbed special promotion for my commissioner goal.
And I didn't know who the hell my damn thing was.
Yeah, and the clock was ticking fast. So now these are the standings. So I am currently in first place. Second place after a better second week is AI Woodsy. He has 5,000 fans behind me. Canada in third, 4,000 fans behind that. And then Cheek just 1,000 fans behind. But this is where our whole pull up the emails, go to the GM assistant, back out should work for us here. So whoever this is, it ends up being me. So it kind of works out. I was going to say I'll start the week as we go to Riyadh. But we don't got to worry about the emails. So we'll just kind of go right here. And I'll pull up the standings and we'll be able to exit out of the mode from here. But I guess since I'm the one that popped up, I can give my little skedaddle first here. Mostly just feels good to be back in it. Get back into the booking. There's so many new match types with the bigger rosters. There's a lot of variation. I think as we get further in, it's going to be challenging to find the right balance of getting your roster involved in the show, but at the same time making sure you don't have people losing all the time because they're constantly in like 4 ways, 5 ways. So it's going to be an interesting balance. For me, I told myself each of the first couple weeks my plan was to do 1 or 2 searches of level 0 and level 5. We did a level 5 search week 1, got Kane. Last week I was going to search both level 0 and a level 5. When I searched 0, I got China, and I'm like, okay, we're good. So we've added a couple projects that are known, but I'm still looking potentially to add some local talent in there. They're just always fun to build up, and you're better off doing it early in the season when you got some wiggle room. So more to come from 2.0. I'm probably not done doing searches, but we feel pretty decent with how we've started. Canada, I'll go to next. It got stressful there for you on that second week, so you ended up missing out a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't know who the hell my most popular cruiserweight was. I'm going to have to, and by next time, I'm definitely going to forget. When I fall asleep, I'm going to forget everything. Anyways, no, it was a great first 2 weeks. We're learning a lot, learning all the different match types, all the different people we can put in. What's the most, most advantageous thing to do? We popped already one anonymous GM card, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, the hacker looking thing. And we got Cactus Jack's cards. So that's pretty cool. We live and die by the rando. And if you want to see me pop the next card, you got to stick around. You got to subscribe to the channel. You got to watch another episode or 2 at least, because we're going to pop that second anonymous GM card pretty soon. I don't want to wait around on them. I want to know what they are.
And then Cheek on your side for ECW. You've been building the tag feuds. You've got the best match out of any of us so far, that Hell in a Cell, bringing in a 4.5 star. And of course, it's super early, so while you are technically last right now, only 10,000 fans behind. Again, you've booked the best match out of anybody to this point.
Yeah, and kind of like Canada said, it's early. We're just experimenting with some of these new match types, experimenting with my roster, trying to figure out the best matchups and figure out how to grow these rivalries. So just navigating a little bit here, but we're going to figure it out, and we're about ready to take off. ECW is down, but we are definitely not out, so stick around because my climb up the ladder starts in Saudi Arabia next week.
Boom, and in the next week, we've got our first go-home shows in that next episode, so always super intense. And then again, mentioned it during the recording, we'll mention it here at the end. At the PLEs, we'll each spectate one of our brand matches as well as the cross-brand matches. So we'll get to see 5 matches of our roster at Battleground, but those go-home shows become very critical, and they're going to stay the same way. So super excited for that. And again, we're blitzing YouTube with videos here for the early access launch and the main launch of the series. So keep an eye if you've been enjoying the energy here in CodyVerse, or if you're returning, or if you're a longtime viewer. Again, obviously gonna see percentage wise most of my GM videos, but we've got other videos dropping in there as well, so make sure to give it all some love. It becomes a huge help and ensures you more and more videos and majestic memories in the future. So until that next video, whatever it may be, love y'all, appreciate y'all, toodles.